Hey guys, Michael here, part-time gamer, full-time dad, and in this series I'm going to give you my personal game reviews in no more than 4 minutes. Short and sweet. Side note, this video will most certainly contain spoilers and all opinions contained within are my own. I hope you enjoy. So, today's game is Banished. If you can get this game on sale, maybe 20% or more off, I would suggest you get it. This however is contingent on a couple of things. Those things are that you enjoy city builder games and a challenge. Or, if you just want something where you can veg out in order to relax. This game for me literally is a calming tool. When I get angry, I just turn it on, I play for 20 minutes, and voila, complete stress relief. So the game currently costs $21.99 Canadian on Steam. This does not take into account any sales. Like I explained in my last video, my purchasing rationale is time invested versus the cost of a movie ticket. It costs me $15 to go to a movie, and your average movie is 2 hours. Therefore you're paying $7.50 an hour to be entertained. Banished, under this rationale, needs to give me at least 3 hours of entertainment to be worth it. The added stress relief element for myself puts this game at a no-brainer buy. However, it is a bit dated and has a few quirks, which is why I suggested a sale. So, just a tiny bit about the game before we move on though. Banished is a city building strategy game developed by Shining Rock Software. It was released February 18th, 2014. The game's main focus is on careful resource management and survival. It's not as elaborate as, say, SimCity, or Caesar, or Pharaoh, to name a few, but it does have a Steam mod support, which I will go into more detail later. Banished released to somewhat mixed reviews originally. It was praised for its graphics at the time and difficulty in the early game, however it was criticized for a low emphasis on survival as the city grows. Now let's go over a few of my favorite bits and a few of the areas I feel could use some improvement if they were to make a sequel, which to be honest, I truly hope they do. So I don't have a whole lot of negative things to say about the game, so I'm going to start there and work into the positives. My first criticism of this game is the same thing that several others have pointed out in the past. The game, beyond a certain point in a city's development, is no longer a challenge. Once you have mines, a great forest industry, and trade going, you're pretty much set. Beyond that, it's essentially just changing the layout to look perfect for what you had envisioned and watching your city. Early on, the game is definitely a challenge, and I love that aspect, but the veil is lifted fast. I often find myself playing around 25 years of a city then making a new one. Anyways, the second bit of criticism I have is with regards to the buildings you can build. There is next to no variety. For example, you can only build 3 types of houses: wood house, stone house, and basically a large homeless shelter. There are varieties in crops, orchids, and pasture types, but the housing, roads, schools, and religion aspects, to name a few, are highly lacking. This however leads me to my first positive about the game, and that's Steam mod support. So without using mods, you may enjoy the game just fine. I personally added several mods to make my game feel a bit more customizable. I have a mod that adds Japanese themed buildings, a mod that adds many different map environment types, and a mod that gives me new crop and animal types, and one last one that gives me more freedom over assigning jobs. The possibilities with mods are pretty endless. I personally don't use any of the fundamentally game-changing ones, or any of the cheat ones, just the simple ones that add some variety. My second positive for this game is the challenge. I love a good challenge. The achievements in the game, some of them are pretty hard to get to. You read it and you're like, keep 100 population happy for 10 years, and you think that's easy. Until you're in year 9 and you realize you've run out of coats by mistake and one person dies from freezing to death and your happiness plummets. Achievement gone. It's annoying for sure, but it means you need to be consistently aware of a few things. I personally don't have all the achievements yet, but being a completionist, one day I will. The last 2 things I won't go into tremendous detail on, but I found both of these good aspects of the game. The music. It's super relaxing. That's all there is to it. It can get a bit repetitive if you're having a frustrating moment in the game, but outside of that, it's pretty zen. Lastly is the map creation. It randomly generates one based on the criteria that you give it and gives you a seed number. If you like the map, you save the seed number to use for later. If not, you toss it and start again. There's so many combinations, even more with mods, that the odds of getting the same map twice are next to none. Anyways, with that, we've come to the end of my Banished mini review. I hope you enjoyed the video and it helped you to make a decision on your purchase one way or another. If the video was at all helpful, hit the like button, get subscribed for more reviews in the future. Be sure to check the description for a list of games that I could do next. Leave a comment with your selection and it may be the next review you see. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.